This is the Afrobeat podcast with my big bro, Augustus Sidu.
You're listening to Adeshokbe Live.
6 packs no be the thing we make me fall for
Music belongs to a world of its own. We are all citizens of that world. We're no longer Nigerian or whatever it is in the world of music. There's a very long list, but definitely I am a huge lover of what Arasta is doing. I love the blend of her music. The minute you blow, your music becomes more known and you're open to a bigger audience. The struggle to stay afloat is in heaven and in earth.
Since we're talking about Johnny and Canada, Tokyo, and listen, we've had this conversation a million times. There are at least 6 billion women and just about 2 billion men.
Hey.
Somebody has to date or marry more than one. Come on, sis. Come on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adeshokbe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast. Of course, from the Afromedia studios here in London. Shout out to everybody supporting. We've crossed 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Hey! And, a big shout out to the whole team, LM Media, everybody supporting. Keep subscribing, liking, share the content. As always, we'll try to give you what we have and bring you some of the best conversations in the culture. Right next to me today, it is a family affair. Without doubt, one of my favorite personalities actually in the world, not only in our culture, but in the world. It's the incredible, energetic, beautiful, intelligent, hardworking superstar, my ambassador, YEMI Alade.
Igwe!
I'm going to need you to move close to the mic.
Igwe! Baba, how come I'm just coming on your show now like this?
I had to make sure everything was set for the queen, to make sure everything was okay. Because your family, I can't just drag you in here at any time. Listen,
but I'm a huge fan of this platform, to be
Thank
sincere.
you.
And congrats on 10,000 subscribers.
Thank you very
much.
much.
It means 10,000 people, wherever they are right now, are always waiting to hear what your interviews are about and what you have to say.
I
Your voice
that.
Definitely is
I appreciate that.
fundamental for us.
Thank you very much. It's nowhere near your 2 million subscribers, but we'll take what we have for now. Listen, sis, like I said, I thought this conversation was long overdue. I wanted to speak to you about things that we probably hadn't spoken about before. But before that, first of all, how are you doing?
Truthfully?
Yes, truthfully. That's a deep question. I just wanted to know.
Well, I'll start with my body first of all. I'm a bit exhausted. It's been a back-to-back flight and activity for me from Paris to Nigeria and back. I had to go back to Nigeria. I was on the runway for the first time ever.
I saw that.
Yes, as a brand ambassador for a hair company. I did the runway and then I did AVMC, which is like the most prestigious actors award in Nigeria.
Yep.
I would say in Africa. Actually.
Yep.
Yes. And I opened up that show, that award ceremony, and then went on to do several events for Africa Day.
Yep.
Both for Google, for TikTok, etc. And then I got on a flight. From there. And in between all this, I was doing photo shoots, video shoots, and everything. Hardly really getting sleep. And I was trying to record music because, to be sincere, the source of music is in Nigeria. Yeah, so I love to make sure that when I'm there, I push myself. Thank God for Mr. Tayo Ali, who never allows me rest. He'll push me, remind me, Yemi, try and get what you can. And I did record some amazing tracks while I was there, even in my tiredness.
That's brilliant.
Then I eventually got on a flight straight here to London. And I went straight to band rehearsals. We had a smash of a time. Thank you for making that happen as well.
Listen, man,
Baba does a lot of things. I'm going to interview. How many jobs do you have, sir?
Listen, I think yours, being around your camp doesn't feel like a job. It's, first of all, because I'm a fan. Taye is like a brother to me. You're like a sister. It's just a pleasure to... a couple of days ago, I came up with something. I said... A lot of people want to work with winners, but I'd rather win with workers.
Oof.
And I think that's what I found in people like yourself, even with Afromedia, the people that I'm very close to. I found out that the one thing we all have in common is the not being scared of hard work and putting in the 10,000 hours over and over again to achieve our goals. You mentioned just coming into London. You went straight to rehearsal.
Yes.
You probably had about 4 or 5 hours sleep. You were up in the morning and had another performance yesterday. Shout outs to the Amake team and Shan and everybody. Let's talk about performances. I think I spoke to Taye, your manager, a few days ago. I said, the one criticism that a lot of artists, not only African artists, receive regularly is their lack of live performance skill. But that has never been brought to a YEMI Alade table. Let's talk about your performance gifts.
Yo, I tell you, there's a lot of headache involved there. And I understand why some people start and stop and just, go for DJ. Because it's easy to just say, please, track 10, track 2, track 4.
Just back
Trust
me up.
me. But the thing is, for me, I like to have fun on stage. I believe that you give what you have.
Yep.
If I'm not having fun, I can't share that spirit of fun with the people in the audience. I'll be lying, and I'm not good at lying about my emotions. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and so in order for me to have fun, I find that live music allows me to really express myself because I can start with the script, which is the original song, and then go off script. That way, I'm tantalizing myself. I'm also tantalizing you at the same time, and there's no telling what would happen next. I'm in full control of the instruments, full control of the sound as at then. For me to give a good live performance, before I show up at rehearsals, I first of all create a set list. I send it to the music director. When I show up, we do arrangements. We link the songs. When that is done for the day, the next day I call up my dancers. We do dance rehearsals. We try to make it work. After that, we select a day where we have both dance and band at the same time because we are all going to be on stage together. Now, all of this, while everybody is coming to rehearsals, everybody's getting paid rehearsal fee. Every single person. Now, some people have bands. I used to have a band of like 12 people.
Wow.
But at the moment, inclusive of my dancers, I'm working with 7 people.
Yeah.
And so imagine every time they show up, there's rehearsal fee. Thank God I have a studio of my own with my band instruments and everything.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you to Efizi Music Group for that. So at least I don't have to pay for studio space, but there is these expenses.
Investments.
Oof. And because I'm a perfectionist, it's good and it's bad. The good thing about being a perfectionist is at least you rehearse for perfection and whatever happens, happens. You're not far from, the ideal goal.
Yeah.
But the bad thing about perfection is that sometimes you might overdo some things. But so far, so good. Stage performances are one of my best things to do as a musician.
Absolutely. I witnessed, I've watched you perform a million times. You're one of my favorite performers alongside the likes of Burna Boy. I don't get tired of watching you guys consistently because of the fact that, yes, you could perform the same song every day, but you bring something different every time, depending on the audience, depending on where you are. I saw you at the Afro Nation Puerto Rico, and this is probably the first that I have ever seen where 2 songs into a 30-minute set, the crowd decides to stop you for 5 minutes. I have it on film to give you an ovation just for performing for the last 6 minutes. Talk me through an experience like that, especially for an artist that in some cases you don't get the credit that you deserve. But to get the credit in that fashion, far away, thousands of miles away from home, how did you feel and what was that energy like?
Yo, I will tell you something. I have been in and out of conversation with God, I promise you. I mean, like, because there are a lot of things that you can't just come out and tell people. There are a lot of things that you can't just. There's some doubts. There's some questions. There's curiosity as a human being, especially because none of us know tomorrow.
Facts.
And sometimes I ask God, because I definitely believe in the Almighty God. I ask questions, and because I can't exactly hear responses, I look out for signs. You know? And I'd been seeking a sign. I just needed to know and affirm something that I had been, pondering on. And it is only fair to say, it's only right to say, and when you worship a God that is the God of impossible, the things that are supposed to not happen, the impossible begin to happen. Like, why is it that 6 minutes into my performance, I'm getting an ovation, a 5 minutes long ovation of yeah me. Facts. Look, I had to do, you had to
tell us to keep
them.
quiet.
Yeah, I had to silence them because they might have gone all the way.
Facts.
Something had triggered them in the atmosphere. And that was my sign there. I went on my knees immediately. I felt it. I took that message home with me, and I'm holding on to it for as long as I can. God bless every single person in that audience that day for sharing that moment with me.
You spoke yesterday at the Amake event. Shout out to EVA. You had a very in-depth conversation with her before your performance. And you spoke about the fact that you are now, taking your flowers. You're no longer waiting for them to be given to you. Explain a little bit about what that means to you.
You see, that statement is a very big statement. It touches a lot of surfaces. First of all, as a female in the industry, many years back, I had a conversation with a prominent musician. I'd rather not mention his name. And then he had told me that, don't worry, Yemi, all this one way, just they do suffer head, they grumble. The day where your music go blow, you go to coast, you go to chill. Well, when that happened to me, I saw that I finally realized that it's a lie. The minute you blow, your music becomes more known, and you're open to a bigger audience. The struggle to stay afloat is in heaven and in earth.
Talk.
In heaven and on earth. Previously, you were struggling on earth alone when you were trying to make it. But now that you are not just regular human, you are seen as a role model. You are seen as a star, a celestial being. Your struggle is both in heaven and earth. It has tripled and magnified. As the fame magnifies, so also the problems and obstacles. Now imagine all these things I'm saying. Now add on top that you're a female. There are a lot of pluses that have come my way as a female in the music industry. But I'm not blind to the fact that there are a lot of achievements, a lot of things, a lot of...
stolen from you.
Yes, they have been stolen. And to be sincere, when we're supposed to receive our roses, for some reason, people would rather put the flowers behind them than give it to us. And we work equally as hard.
Facts.
And even more, most times, because there's certain things that we must do that the guys don't have to do.
Facts.
And I'm not talking about some dirty stuff. I'm just saying...
You have to dance.
Your
vocals, the notes have to hit.
We put up a show every time and everyone knows it. But still, there's need to just doubt and just, make a woman feel less of who and what she is, So I think that's one of the departments where I feel like, do you know what? I think some years back, all of a sudden, there was an uproar online. People just felt the need to come for YEMI ALADE. And I would ask myself, I'll call my manager and ask him, Baba, what have I done today? I remember yesterday and today, all I did was go in the studio and record music. Show up at the director's set to shoot video. Tweet about my music. Encourage people to listen, to hear my story. Why am I being targeted with all these hits? I've neither insulted anybody's mother nor father. Please tell me. Every day I'll be calling him to ask him, what's going on? I say asking God too, what's happening? Because I had done nothing wrong at that point in time. And then it was that period that I came up with the album Woman of Steel. Because I realized what I needed to do. I needed to protect myself. You know, as you say, Oganemigwe.
Yeah,
Oganemigwe, Woman of Steel. I had to become my own superhero.
Facts.
I had to do that for myself. I stopped caring. In fact, to be sincere, the applause and the boos, I wasn't interested. I first of all will look myself in the mirror and tell myself, you are this. You are the greatest. You are the greatest this, the greatest that. You have all that you need. You are a miracle child.
Facts.
You serve the God that will use, listen to what I'm saying, he will use egg to break pankane.
God damn it.
You know that one?
Damn.
You know how hard pankane is? You use big stone to break it. Egg to break pankane. I not say that the egg has broken.
Absolutely.
It did not even break in the process. I know where I'm coming from. I'm a miracle child. And from that very moment that I fortified myself, because I believe in the power of speech. The world was created with speech. God said, let there be light. And there was light. I will therefore use that same power to say who I am and what I am. You will not define me. And that is the spirit I have been walking with. That is why the album Woman of Steel, that is why I'm who I am. If I get my applause today, oh, very well and good, no problem. I see it, I appreciate it, but it's not going to finally be the badge I need on my shoulder. No, because my rank is full. I don't need your embellishments. You know, so if you come and praise me in my front and my back, you do what you do. You are still wasting your time, your saliva, because I really don't care for the praise or the boos. I'm past that point. It's between me and my God. I'm a vessel. Everything that I do is not by my power. That's how I'm rooted. That's how I operate. And look, and you even check my age and everything that's come my way, it's just a manifestation of God's grace. Where I'm from my upbringing to where I am, to the things that were supposed to take the lives of my family members and mine as well, and how we are here through it all. Bro, sweets ain't nothing to me. It is just data and words.
Talk to me about the mental health of a celebrity.
Let me
tell you
mentality
why.
health.
No, the reason why I ask this question is we on social media and in the media, the press, we can criticize, oh man, Yemi Alade this, oh yeah, Tiwa Savage this, oh yeah, But on the receiving end, how does that affect a young artist?
Ooh, as a young artist, I was definitely confused. Every time they tried to put me against any female artist, it would confuse me. I didn't understand why. But in the beginning, for me, it started with similarities. They say, oh, you sound like, oh, you look like, oh, you act like so and so female artists. I would take that as a compliment.
Facts.
Then after a while, as I started to gain more prominence, it became a thing of comparison, in that it's not the kind of comparison that says, I like this about A and that about B, even in their differences. This time around, the comparison was to put one down and raise the other. And I've never really understood the end game of that. So as a younger artist, it is confusing. But eventually, when you realize that it is beyond your power, people will say what they want to say. Your favorite football stars, they are not close friends. You're just there comparing them. They don't know where they live. I don't think Ronaldo knows where Messi lives. Have you seen them chilling and drinking beer? So why are you sitting down at home expecting that, sorry to say...
Quick message from Alat NG. I'm joined by Fumilayo from Alat, of course, NG from YEMI Bank. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
We're here to speak about the app, the banking app, Alat.ng. Please speak to me. First of all, what is this banking app?
So it is a bank.
Great.
Not just an app, it is a bank. And essentially what it does is it allows you to do any banking transaction from the comfort of your phone. Wow. What is interesting is that you even sign up right there from your phone. You don't have to go to any banking hall to do anything. So you upload your picture, your signature, Everything you do from the comfort of wherever you are, and it takes just 5 minutes.
Now, a lot of us in diaspora want to have banks in Nigeria, bank accounts in Nigeria, and one of the biggest problems we've faced, or the challenges we face, is this is the VBN number. How do we cross that hurdle?
Awesome. So what we've done, and if you go to our site, alade.ng, we have a list of agents in the UK here where you can go to and register for your BVN. And interestingly, we've added on the NIN. Right now, you need the NIN to do everything in Nigeria. So once you do that, it's possible.
Support us instead of trying to tear us apart. That's what I feel.
You talk about where you've come from. I wanted to speak about the upbringing. Where does a YEMI Alade get this strength from? What was it like growing up? What was that like?
Oh man, growing up was very interesting, full of a lot of different shades of life. I would say that because as a much younger girl, my dad would never allow me to attend any parties. I did not attend any parties.
Wow.
But in school, I apart from making sure that I came home with the best grades that I could, I would invest all my time into singing, dancing, drama. I was all over the place. And my mom and dad always tell me, as long as I do well in my grades, bring home good grades, I could go to school and, do all the social activities. Then eventually I found music, and the thing is that my dad was a commissioner of police before he died. He was before he passed away.
Yeah.
He was a policeman in Nigeria, and policemen are known to be very, very strict. My father was the definition of strict. If my father catch you like this, if he catch you like this, pray you see tomorrow. Pray you see tomorrow. So we always used to fear my dad. When we hear our dad's car,
everybody fix.
Hey, Jackpa, leave palo. Leave palo. Hey. Even if, but the thing is that my dad was a sweet guy. I never saw my dad laugh though. I never saw him laugh. Crazy. But my mom was the outgoing one. She was the extrovert of the family. She's the one that would invite people to the house, make them come and greet my dad. My dad didn't want anybody
that wanted
in his
to
house.
be quiet and be by himself. Yeah.
She would bring people to the house. She would make the food, make sure everybody's comfortable. She loved to see people and stuff like that. And so I think I see those two features in my dad and my mom, the two differences. I see them manifesting in me because I can be very reserved. And then I go on stage and raw. You think I'm the life of the party. I'm the extrovert you never knew. I am a full-on introvert. I can stay in the house for 1 month. And 1 full month, I can stay there. My food is there. I have all the tools I need to communicate. Business is going well. My bank account is going chicky chain.
No problem.
Bro,
yeah, come on.
I am at home. Yeah. Come and find me there. I'm in my house.
You mentioned your dad,
Yeah.
that he had sadly passed on. How did that affect you?
Oh, that shook my world, shook my foundation, shook me. Sometimes I still have episodes. I'll just break down, and there's nothing my tears can do, But it's a spot in my life that nothing can fill. I was literally my dad's girl. I look like himself. I'm his baby. Recently, someone asked me if I could go on a very long ride, like a road trip with somebody, both dead or alive. Who would it be? I said with my dad. It would be my dad because my dad really loved road trips. He used to travel from Lagos to Ondo State with his car. He would just drive, just go on a long drive. I never liked it, but
me too. I hate that.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Those guys of those generations, I don't know what it was, man.
I don't know what's in the village that's so sweet them.
I love those journeys.
I didn't, but my dad is definitely the guy I would like to be in that car because I'll have enough time to talk to him. So many questions I didn't get to ask. So many things I didn't get to know about him. And I would have loved to hear from the horse's mouth. There's nothing better than Nothing can replace that Shasha.
Did he see you perform?
He saw me when I used to be in a girl group. He saw a video clip of me on TV, and I think I was doing a little jiggle with my waist, and I almost pissed in my pants because I was waiting for my father to slap me. I don't know how I got trapped in that parlor. That is
when he was watching.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, I know that.
Me and my 2 other girls, we wore these camouflage shorts and tank tops, and then we were singing, and then we turned our back and did a little jiggle. My father did not say, "Bim, that man is dangerous." That man is dangerous. Till today, everybody in my family believes that.
Even he was shocked. But maybe it was at that moment that he realized that his young girl was turning into an adult.
Maybe I shocked him. He knew me to be very reserved. All of a sudden, I'm shaking my bum on TV, national TV. The man shocked.
But that's good. So that was the only time he saw you.
That was the one time ushering into my music career. The last time Dad saw me on stage was when I won the talent show, big talent show. Thankfully, he was there. He saw me as I sang 2
How proud
songs.
was he?
So proud. I heard he said some things I didn't hear directly from him, but he said some things. He held it to his heart. He felt like I was a glue in the family in a way, because I really brought everybody together to, just accept something new, something interesting. He really believed in me. I truly loved that man. I truly love him.
That's amazing. I think a lot of people see YEMI Alade, we hear your music, we see you perform on stage, we see the energy, we see the personalities, and a lot of people really haven't been able to go past a certain wall that you've put up professionally to ensure that people don't really get in. Do you feel like you have a professional wall?
I'm very guarded.
Why is that?
It's my safe place. If something is important to you, you would safeguard it, right?
Facts.
It's very important to me, and so I keep it safe. And it's very fragile, so I keep it away from wandering spirits. Like someone said recently, mind your business. Mind your business.
And again, talking about safe places, you also have managed, you've been in the game for over 10 years now. It's 2022, even though you're a very young lady, but you've managed to keep your personal romantic life out of the public. How have you done that?
By moving on to the next question.
Oh my day. Oh my day. Why have you been so good with protecting that? Or why?
By moving on to the next question.
So is there a guy?
Yes, and that's why I sang my new single, My Man. Yes.
Well, that's a great segue. I wanted to ask you that do you actually, your songs, do you actually speak from your personal experiences or do you just like...
Fiction.
Yes.
So for me, songwriting is a mix of everything. A lot of my songs are from personal experiences. Some also are from third-party perspective, where I hear of a friend's situation, or I witness something that just happened abruptly, or a real-life story that just manifested in my very before.
Yeah.
And then because I'm a creative, I sometimes I also go with fiction. I create scenarios because I realize in this life, even in my small age, there is nothing that has not happened.
Facts.
As stupid as you might think it is, one sister is experiencing it.
Yeah,
as crazy, as absurd, as almost impossible as it might seem, one brother to the left is living that reality.
Facts.
And so I do fiction, I do third-party experience. Please, if you tell me some things I can put in my song, don't be angry. My personal experiences too, and like my song Johnny was a heartbreak situation that I wrote about a cheating lover that I was still looking for. Because sometimes you find yourself in a relationship where you are giving and your partner isn't giving you back in the magnitude that you are giving out. But then you even when you realize that
it's not
it's not healthy for you. You're still there because, I don't know.
It's love.
Right? Or whatever that is.
Whatever it is.
It's a kind of stupidity. It's a kind of stupidity. Let's call it what it is. It is stupidity. You know what I mean? But I was saying, you go Canada, you go Tokyo, he wants to marry Uche, he wants to do this, but I'm looking for my journey. I'm looking for my journey.
Still, that's the reality.
You know what I mean? So like that is me writing, about my my personal life. I do that. I use my music sometimes, not every time. I don't spill all the beans because there's no need for that information being outside.
Now, since we're talking about Johnny and Canada, Tokyo, and listen, we've had this conversation a million times. Mm-hmm. There are at least 6 billion women and just about 2 billion men. Hey. Somebody has to date or marry more than one. Come on, sis. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts? Listen, what's going to happen to the 4 billion women that don't have their own? What's going to happen?
Did they ask for your help?
Somebody has to do the job.
Did they ask for your help?
This is a public service duty.
Is it your calling?
This is a duty to humanity.
Beautiful. So also, as you are taking it up as a duty to humanity, the repercussion is a duty for you as well. It's a repercussion for you. Tit for tat, tat for tit. Okpari.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. That's how you're rocking with this?
That's how it is. He who gives will take. Only God knows where Johnny is in this real life right now. I'm very sorry for him because, to be sincere, in that song, I only mentioned like 4 females. This guy was on a rampage.
He just couldn't say no.
Yo, bro.
The streets.
Hey.
We outside.
Mama, if you knew this guy, if you knew this guy, you'd be sorry for him. You'd be sorry for him. Anything where wear skirts. Anything where... In fact, if you be guy wear skirts, you're in trouble.
Some guys, they can't help.
Antenna everywhere, rising to the occasion. Bego.
Now, a huge part of the YEMI Alade brand and career is your strong love for Africa.
Yep.
And the African woman. Talk to me about that love.
Well, I'll be very sincere with you. Just before I gained admission into Unilag, I never had even one traditional fabric in my wardrobe. I didn't have any traditional bead accessories. I had only jeans and t-shirts, all the Western clothes But then, when I won this talent show, and I realized I needed to create some kind of image for myself. Well, I was a very broke girl. No money.
Like everybody else.
No money.
Talk. You know what I mean? Talk that talk.
Yo, broke. No shingbang. No, what do you call it? $10 as a father or whatever it is. No alakija as a mother. Just my energy, my talents in my hand. I knew that as I won the talent show that I needed to create an image for myself. And that would include my choice of fashion and how I looked. So in order to bring that to life, the easiest and cheapest fabric I could purchase at that point in time was Ankara. And it wasn't just the cheapest. It offered me a lot of variety.
Options.
In colors, in patterns, and I could wash it and use it again, wash it and use it again. And so I started off with Ankara. Then I started traveling around Africa. And I realized that, this Ankara dress will work really nicely with this beadwork from Togo and this wrapper that I got in Ghana. The kente is very, very... And that was when my curiosity started to run wild. I started to see colors matching. I started to see patterns that I'd never seen all my life. And then I started to understand that every single piece of these fashion accessories, they had cultural statements. And I started to learn more about the culture, understand what I was wearing. And it became part and parcel of me because I built my brand on this knowledge that wasn't even present before. And that is how the journey to falling in love with Africa started for me. every country I go, there's a significant difference in the culture. There's some similarities, but the significance is so breathtaking.
Beautiful.
The art and culture is, you see a sculpture from Africa and you know, yes, my brother do that thing. It's just the stories embedded in every carve, in every stroke of genius is just mind-blowing. I'm a huge African enthusiast. I'm an enthusiast of Africa. Even though I'm African, I love the beauty that lies in your face and even behind the surface. You know, it's just a matter of interest.
Absolutely. I've got to say that, you know, you are one of the reasons why my African pride even increased. The opportunity to go with you to Kenya, to, you know, to go with you to France and see the different cultures, the way they you know, they celebrate one another, the way they are drawn to you and the way you react to them also just pricked, you know, my interest a little bit more, my pride a little bit more. And then starting to research and just understand that, listen, the walls were put up by certain people. It really wasn't supposed to be there. We've got Yoruba people in Sierra Leone. We've got Yoruba people in Benin. We've got, you know,
don't get me started.
Exactly. Now, I mentioned Kenya. Even though YEMI Alade is a Pan-Africanist, like I go with you to the BBC and every African that walks towards you wants to speak their language to you for some reason. You know? Like they believe you're from Uganda, you're from this, you're from that. But there's a special relationship with Kenya. What is it?
Kenya was one of the first 3 African countries that I ever visited in my early days of touring Africa. And in terms of the culture, right from the minute you board the aircraft, they start to rub it in your face. I fell in love with every trick. On the aircraft, you're getting tamarind juice. And it's freshly made just for that trip right there. When you get to the airport, when you get to the hotel, at the entrance, there's fresh juice for you, either mango, orange, guava, right there. And the people that receive you most times are dressed in the Maasai outfit, which is normally the colorful fabric that is draped across the chest down to the legs. And then they have all the beautiful, colorful accessories. What is there not to love? When you walk into the hotel, you see pieces everywhere of culture, pictures. The what's those things that you put your cup on top? I don't forget the name now.
Like those little stuff that you put the cup on.
Oh, it's eludes me now. But those whatever. Everything has a bit of Africa in it, and they really did a number on me. They really did a number on me, and I started visiting Kenya a lot, and that is why the love for Kenya. Everything.
That's amazing. That's, you know, I like I said, I was in Kenya with you. Went to Nanyuki, breathtaking place. You know, absolutely incredible. The experience, I still relive it like it was yesterday. You know, shout out to the whole team, Efizi and all. Let's talk about new music now. And when I'm talking about new music, I'm talking about the new artists that are just popping into the scene in the Afrobeats world. Who are you listening to? Who does YEMI enjoy listening to? Some of the young guys and girls that are shaking the dust and making things happen.
More than plenty.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Nigeria, they're crazy.
There's so many. You see, COVID year, everybody had to sit back at home. But the music did not stay contained, because I keep saying music belongs to a world of its own. We are all citizens of that world. We're no longer Nigerian or whatever it is in the world of music. And so music just did its thing. It just kept traveling, mixing. Where the places we couldn't go to anymore, music went ahead of us. And a lot of the youngsters who stayed hungry got their bag. You know, they got their listenership you know, and there's a very long list, but definitely I am a huge lover of what Arasta is doing. I love the blend of her music, how she mixes body, I would say ote and the street vibe.
She's fantastic.
I definitely love what she's doing.
Now with you, we've got the new record with Cranium, My Man.
Oh, and there's Zuchu from Tanzania as well.
Zuchu is crazy.
Yes.
I love Zuchu as well. Those are actually two of my favorite young female stars.
Oh, you should see her perform. You should see Zuchu.
I saw a clip at the Africa Day.
No,
and she was going in.
She went in. I was telling Ogataye about her performance. She did well. I had to hail her. When
there's something about her voice, just like Arasta as well. Something about their voice that cuts through the air.
Yep.
What about the boys?
For the boys, my brother will not let me sleep if I don't hear Omale every day.
Yeah?
I can't sleep if I don't hear.
Everything you say, Yemi,
have you slept? Woman. Have you slept? Wait, listen to Omale. My brother is something else. Definitely, I love what Omale is doing. I love what Liski is doing as well. My brother is my plug.
Wow.
Yo, he hear everything
he keeps
before
you to the...
Yo, he does that. He does that.
That's amazing. So I was saying, we've got My Man out now with Cranium. You've talked about recording a lot in Nigeria when you went. You've recorded in France. You went to Ghana last year. You had a recording session there. What is this year going to be like in terms of music releases? What kind of flavors are you touching this year?
I am really working on my sauce right now. I just can't help but say that every day my sauce is getting sweeter and spicier, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. I'm working with so many amazing producers, both known and unknown, and the collaborations as well. Let's just say right now. Just clean your ear. Remove all the dirty way they there because
the yama way there.
Remove all the poto way they there because the vibes are insane, and I can't wait to share with you. I'm a huge fan. When I'm a fan of a song I've written,
that's amazing.
You think My Man was something? Okay.
That was dope, man. That definitely was dope. And Cranium can talk crazy on the record. I was a little bit like, yo, are you gonna be? Yeah, cause crazy.
No, he asked permission. He said, "Can I talk dirty?" Are you sure? Because you're like a family brand and things. I'm like, eh. It's okay. You can talk some things, but like balance it more. You understand? Be Cranium, but on petit po.
Do you think about that? Do you think about
consciously trying to make sure that's
kind
of like
sure
PG?
that
Oh yeah, I do think about that. And I think it's just my moral compass just being overactive. And I guess at the end of the day, I like to say what I'm comfortable with, instead of trying to be who I'm not. This is who I am. If I'm ever going to use the F word, I might say, please excuse me. And I might not even say the complete 4 letters. I might just still end up with F, but unless I'm really
upset.
Girl.
You be street girl. You sabi waiting.
Some of us na action, we know they use mouth, man. No vex us.
Everybody na agbero for
no
this area now. You know what I mean? So I wanted to, before I let you go, I wanted to ask you a question that, what would you say, because a lot of the young artists now are just coming into the game. Yeah. Some people are lucky enough to have come in with a big hit. Others are still grinding. I saw an interview where Blackbone said Ashake had been dropping music for over 10 years whilst he was at University of Ife. And it's just now that people are finally seeing him.
Sumba la la jaja sumba. Carry your mata for sugar. Hey. Ashake, I beg, my guy, take it away. See, hustle, Yes. Hustle you. But you who hustle, he will live to hustle another day. Fact. No stop on hustle.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to ask. What would you say to the young?
I don't talk on. They hustle because when it's time to chop gari and water alone, you go chop them alone. When it's time to chop burger, it go still come. If I would say to anyone right now listening that, see this music, first of all, ask yourself, is it really what you want to do? Because the road is long. It's a very long road, and sometimes it's going to be lonely. You're going to be alone with your thoughts. Are your thoughts telling you that you are ready for this? If the answer is yes, then full speed ahead, because there is space for you in the stars. There's space for you in the sky. But it's not going to be easy, but it's possible. It's very possible. That's pretty much it. And while you're at it, don't try to be someone else. Be you. Those things that people or you yourself, you tell yourself that, oh, these features of mine, maybe the way you sound, the way you look, you feel like they are strange or weird, and so you want to mask them. No. Let that be the one thing. If all your mates shave and you have a mustache, keep it. Ashake has mustache now.
Facts.
He does.
And he's
and
working.
I'm talking about the mustache now, because I noticed.
Facts. Facts.
You know, so that's what I would say. The one thing that makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel unique, never mask it. Put it in everybody's faces. It will make you stand out. It's important that you stand out at every point in time. Do not hide your truth. If you are from a lowly background, now for your house, and no get carpet, show it. Don't hide it, because when carpet come, everybody go see him.
Facts.
While you are at that beginning stage, do not be what's that thing about humble beginnings?
That fake it. So you don't believe in the fake it till you make it?
Fake guinea. Fake.
You don't believe in me just going to get like a 10-pound bling bling, put it on my neck and flex and stuff.
10 pound. And it's accessory now. Wear it. It's accessory. You can wear that one now. That one is okay. But the one that would say, my father just dropped me at Lekki roundabout. Whereas I know na Songota they come from. No. That's the fake it. The other thing that I believe in is because I sang a song saying that that song called Bum Bum.
Yeah.
I said, see me chilling with Duce, Beyonce and Jay-Z. I'm 1, 2, 3. A few years after, I'm chilling with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So you can put out words like that's how I feel. But to be sincere, fake it till you make it is what is sweeting you. Follow through, enjoy it.
You touched something there. We can't rap without touching that. In the last 2 years, you have chilled with Beyonce and Jay-Z in London for the premiere of The Lion King, and then you were on a project with Beyonce, and then in the last 12 months, you met the royal family in here in the UK, performed for those people. When you meeting the mayor of London, Mohammed Salah, everybody, when you find yourself in those positions where you're working closely with Beyonce, you meet Jay-Z, you meet the royal family, you're performing for the royal family, meeting the movers and shakers of different worlds. What goes through a YEMI Alade's mind?
It's always a moment of reckoning for me, because I worked this hard to get here. These are the doors that should open for me. And I'm taking my space. I'm representing a lot of people, both on this continent, Africa, and outside the continent. I'm doing my job, the thing that God called me to do. So I rise up to the occasion, I show up and I show out. It's simple. It's what I do. It's what I'm not even trying to buga anything. It's the truth. What do? I sing, I represent. I have so many females out there that look up to YEMI Alade when I show up in such places and sing my African lingua, dress African. I know so many people try to bash me for wearing African clothes for wearing Ankara to perform at the Headshot Prize where Prince Williams and everybody.
Guess what? You got the middle page in the newspaper in the United Kingdom the morning after.
You know wetin dey burst my mind?
Talk to me.
Most of the people where they talk that thing, most of them are actually Africans. So you as an African expect me as an African who's going to represent my African people to not dress as my fellow Africans, to not have this kind of hair. Why? Why? You have no answer. I will go as I am. I will not go as a pretension, as a version of myself that does not exist. I will not be lost in the crowd. I will stand out.
Facts. I'm with that. And since you've been standing now, you know, the bank account looking good.
You know me. Look, let me tell you. If the account is still going chiggy chang chang chang, I'm gonna keep going choo choo on that train. Aye.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, that is my sister. Give it up for the incredible YEMI ALADE.
Wait. I don't beef you since though.
What happened?
Because I've not come on this show. So now that I'm on this show, we're good.
You know, I was preparing it now. You know, even before you go, I know you dropped that little verse on you know, carry me, they go.
Hey! Baba, you know, say you're a huge inspiration on that.
I know I told you about, I just said carry me, they go. The funny thing is, you were rehearsing, you turned to me and I said, carry me, they go. You turned round and you went into a rendition that ultimately gave birth to a verse within 12 hours.
Right there, man.
That's crazy.
I remember playing with the melodies in my head while we were driving away from the band.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the reason.
I was actually in his car when I was putting the lyrics together.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Listen,
yeah.
Congratulations on everything. I've said it before. I say it again. I'm a huge fan of YEMI ALADE. I'm very, very proud of what you've done and what you continue to do. You're an inspiration not only to the young folks, even though you're a very young woman yourself, people like myself, people that are older than you, you're still an inspiration to us. You inspire my pride in Africa, and that's why it has gone up a next level. So for everything you keep doing, man, don't stop. Keep making those bags. You know, if there's any bag that's overflowing, you think you don't have a bank account for, you know what to do, man.
Wait, Ogashokwe, recently I was with you in Puerto Rico. Did you tell them that on the show floor, on the list that had all the artists' names, Ogashokwe's name was there?
Listen,
he's collecting the bags, though.
I'm representing for you.
So you're representing for your own bank account, sir. My name is not on your bank account. In pounds. But you know what the conversion rate is now?
We're going to France. We're going to France in September. We've got a big show in September. What's the
November
date?
6th.
November 6th, we're in Paris. It's going to be a Mama Africa YEMI ALADE takeover. It's going to be incredible. We'll be there. I'm definitely going to be on the list. I'm picking up the bag too. You know what I mean?
Let's go, chiggy chang chang. Like I said, if the bank account go chiggy chang chang, then you jump on your train and go choo choo chang.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we out.
We out.